Okay, so what I've been doing is preparing the fiberglass. They're 550 wide strips basically of 450 gram double bias fiberglass. We will lay 2 layers. This is similar to Rand Sailing, how they did their lamination. Run a layer, butt it against, so 2 layers, and then one over the middle of that join. We're going to do a little test piece, a smaller section of the bow, just to see how we go and what to expect when we're doing the whole hull. We'll cover it in peel ply when we're done, so that we can remove the peel ply, and there'll be a layer of twill, a lighter cloth, on the top sides. So yeah, we're just going to see how this one goes, and we'll let you know. If you're watching this video or previous videos and you've enjoyed it and you like what we're putting out there, then please subscribe. It really helps trying to get our channel to grow and keep pushing onwards and upwards with our project here in southern Tasmania. So thank you, and enjoy this. Okie dokie. So I've done rough lines of where the fiberglass gets to, and I've numbered them 1, 2 and 3. So 1 is there, 1 just rolls down that line roughly, and then 2 and then 3, and then I've got 1A which goes between, I got 1-2 I called it, goes over the overlap of 1 and 2 and 3, and then yeah.
And that will be 1 sheet of peel ply to go on top.
Yeah, yeah, you can see the old peel ply zone there, so we might have to put a little bit extra on, but yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to 3 hopefully. We'll just see how we go.
And one of us will wet out the cloth on the table, and one of us will wet at the hull.
Yep, so you wet the hull, I'll wet the cloth on the table. I'll wet it out, roll it up, and then we'll roll it down wet.
And we just overlap the fiberglass again.
Yeah, we'll trim it with the Stanley blade after.
Exciting. Brand new squeegees.
Yep, I'll mix up some glue. Play some beats.
Play some music. cleaning team.
Well, time for our evaluation of our progress today. Evaluation and a reflection. Ifka's going to keep working. I'm going to go have a beer. No, not really. I think that all went pretty well. Easier than we expected, I think, in hindsight. Rolling the glass out on the table works really well, and then with epoxy, and then you roll it up into a sausage, carry it over and roll it down. We did have one moment where the fiberglass sort of fell off the hull. That's because there was too much tail, like too much excess just dangling off the bottom, and because of gravity, it sort of fell off. There's probably a few people saying you should have built your boat upside down, but we still stand by the fact that we are happy to build the boat right way up. We're very satisfied. It meant that we didn't have to sort of replicate what Ran did, and they had to do their whole hull. Like, that's your only choice. You have to do the hull. You have to sand for weeks on end. You have to fiberglass. You have to fill. Where here, where we've worked in stages, each summer we've done a different stage. So the first stage was strip planking with the 4.5 planks. Second summer was the diagonals. Third summer is now fiberglassing, and in between fairing and all that sort of stuff. So it's nice to break it up a bit rather than having to do it all at once. I mean, it is also nice to just do it at once and have it done, but yeah.
We made that choice.
We made that choice. That's our choice to live with, and we're still happy with it. Oh.
Very warm.
It's really hot now. So yeah, we've got the peel ply on now, and we're just pushing that out. There's 2 layers of 450 gram double bias fiberglass there, and comset epoxy, all sourced from our local fiberglass shop in Hobart, the Fiberglass shop. Thank you guys, and thank you Comset. It's a beautiful product. We haven't had a problem in over 5 years of using it. It's been great. And then we're just going to leave this, and tomorrow rip the peel ply off, and I guess just do it all again. Yep.
Is it beer time or not?
1 peel ply at a time. I don't think it's beer time, but the chickens have definitely got their fill. Looks a bit chaotic, but I don't think you need to worry too much about those air bubbles.
It's the seam.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Because remember, this is not fiberglass.
Yeah.
This is just peel ply.
Don't do that. Thought I was holding the other rather.
Well, our first fiberglass job went reasonably well. We're quite surprised actually at how relatively easy it was. Obviously we're going to be fighting gravity a bit further aft, but for now it seemed okay. We're probably 98% satisfied with the fiberglass job. There's 2 layers there. It's hard to see what's going on with the filler we've applied over the previous plastic nail holes. We had to fill all those holes to stop the wood breathing and off-gassing. And there's probably a handful, a couple of spots that are a little bit dry. The fiberglass is a touch dry, not enough epoxy. So we've learnt our lesson there, and the next application will be, it'll be a bit wetter. We just don't want it to float on top of the wood, and we want good adhesion. But for that last one, we just need a touch more epoxy. So I can give you a little look and we'll see how it went. all those white spots, so there's the pencil marks there, they're just the dry spots that we're going to have to dig out and sort out, but the majority went pretty well. It's a very small step. Well, we recently purchased some planks of Myrtle. These planks are rather old. They've been sitting in a shed for 30 years. Like most of our timber, we go for backyard wood that was milled a long time ago, before people really gave much thought to sustainability. As you can probably see, they're rather wide. This one's a foot wide, or 300 mil. We're hoping, there's plenty of wood here, but we're hoping to make a saloon table. Myrtle often comes very figured, sometimes if you're lucky, so this has got a lot of fiddleback. So we're going to put this through the thicknesser. You can see it in there now. We'll have to go slow through the thicknesser so that we don't tear it out. But hopefully it'll come up a treat, and then it'll look great for our saloon table. We might try and book match it, because this is 300 wide, so that'll make a 600 wide saloon table, which hopefully is enough. It's always sad to cut these things up, but at least they're not going to cutting boards, as the man we bought them off said. He preferred it going into a boat than someone making 50 cutting boards. I mean, I could make a lot of cutting boards right now. Probably make a bit of money out of it. But no, going on the boat. Alrighty. It's pretty flawless.
They are the most, it's just...
This one's not as intense as I expected.
I think as soon as you put a drop of water on it, it will be.
Yeah, but I mean, is it too intense for the saloon table? Because I feel like this is a bit, like that could be a great chart table. I think it, yeah, probably this one, just because it's got more fiddle.
Yeah. I just think if that would sit there and these tiger stripes would go like, it'd be so beautiful.
It might look okay.
What about your tiger stripes? Where are your tiger stripes? You Tassie tiger. You Tassie tiger. Do you want to come up here and see? You want to come up here and see? You want to come and see? Isn't that beautiful, Ivy? Tiger stripes. What do you think? What do you think? Do you like it? You like it? I'll be a bruise.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's good. I'm a bit scared to cut it in half, to be honest, but... do it.
Woo! You did it.
Cut a big piece of wood in half. So now you just flip that around. There we go.
I thought it was staying, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Crazy beautiful, Obi.
What are your thoughts?
I think it's pretty special that it looks this good unfinished even.
Yeah. So we'll try and glue it together and turn it into a tabletop.
Yeah, well I think we'll try and keep it as big as possible for now.
Yeah.
And then just work our way in with just test sitting. Because we've already talked about it would be nice to have a little bit more length here, but you want people to, when they get up, you don't want to be constricted by the table.
Yeah.
Because you'll hit your head here. So that needs to go a little bit that way probably.
We'll just keep it full size and then... Yeah, because I can't get out right now there. Where the grooves want to go, because we want to keep... we want to keep these ends.
Yeah.
So I think the groove can sort of start there, keep it together.
You mean...
Oh, the routed, the bit where we join at the tongue.
So you'll start the groove here to put a tongue in the middle to put it together.
Because otherwise that's flush.
This is flush.
Yeah, and then I'll just stop the tongue here.
Before the groove.
Yeah, somewhere there. So that's where they'll go. The two tongues. So what I've done is run a groove with the router on each plank, and then I have a bit of plywood, a tongue which will fit in there, and then I'll clamp it all together and that'll stop it moving. So first things first is to get, I'm just going to use wet thinned epoxy so that we don't see white if there's any errors, and I'll just get a good saturation in everywhere. It's a pretty tight join, but it should squish together okay, hopefully. Things like that bit of sawdust. I've got to somehow glue up my little strip. Hopefully that's enough glue to make a good adhesion. Now we just pray to the sweet Lord it goes in. See how we go. Hopefully it just squishes in. Looks like it is. Cool. Ta-da!
Beautiful.
Bit of epoxy left over if you need some. Something. Wow.